goes back to what we used to say. Information is just coming at us so quick
Dude.
that the media that we consume has to come at us so quick, and it's like it doesn't make sense. Like I feel like storytelling in just American film alone is like disappearing
For sure.
because it's just about how much information and color and gloss, like he's saying,
Yeah.
can I put out there in order for someone just to buy it?
And that's why
Everything is created just on the idea of consumerism.
For sure.
Hence why the utopian idea, I mean, it sounds dope because it's like, at what point do you say enough is enough in terms of spending? You know, like
Dude.
everything's about spending. This whole fucking movie, I feel like the rollout was about spending.
Yeah.
What are they doing with this next film, man? Like, I'm not seeing product out yet, but it's probably gonna come rather quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
I don't know, it's
that's a good
crazy.
point. And I think as a writer and director, my work is more on, and this is why I appreciate the independent film world, is because we're doing a lot of work to create actual narratives. And I think the more popular we become, the better we have a chance of surviving in studios and surviving in the theaters. But you, like we talked about last week, we have so many conglomerates controlling everything that it's more about how do we place money into everything.
Yo, I know the bro. Our system is called capitalism. You feel me? It's run on money. Like
It's run
that's the
on
thing people don't
money.
understand. You feel me? Then they're like, well, what do you want? Socialism or communism?
Right.
But it's like, yo, man, that whole utopian idea I was telling you, that essentially is communism. You feel me? But
is,
it's like,
but it works.
yeah,
And that's the thing. It's like,
but that's a hard part. Like we want it to work, but there's always gonna be like people on top.
and that's where your story comes from, right there. What you just said. It's always somebody who wants to be on top, and that's how you make a compelling.
side.
Yeah, dude. That's how you make a compelling story. No dead ass.
Yeah.
Like 5 years from now, you're gonna be like, oh, I gave JB that story. I mean, I'm gonna call you and have you help me out, but it's like that's the stuff that people need to be watching. No, and it's just like at some point we have to begin to restructure the stuff that is supposed to be working or is set in stone. Film is not supposed to be what it is today. I love The Rock, but the work that he's doing isn't meaning making work. I was in this American cultures class, and we did from harems to terrorists, and we saw the evolution of Muslims within the Hollywood industry and how they went from like these praised kings and people who owned harems of all these beautiful women and its money to actually people that are a threat against America. And one of the things that we kind of reference is how do we create meaning making work? And I think as a writer director, and I think actors should be constantly trying to make meaning making work. You have to make work that means something to somebody, that changes someone's life. Like all this other shit, who cares? Escapism, that doesn't matter at the end of the day if I can't escape and actually feel like I've been changed after coming out of a movie. That's really what got me inspired to start writing, is that I want people to leave and be like, damn, maybe I do need to rethink some shit in life.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I think a movie has its place. There's some shit that's really fun to watch and just laugh at, but we spend so much money at the theater and on Netflix that we need to be using the things that we have access to change someone's mind and be like, damn, you know what? Maybe I do need to be a better person. Damn, maybe such and such did, I should have reached out here. It's all about human relation. And I think the screen separates that from the writers and from the people who watch it. We lose that connectivity of realism. And it's just
at what point does the screen become a tool?
it already is a tool.
But do you think?
But it's being utilized in the wrong way.
I was gonna say, do you feel like it's not being utilized in the right way? Because the thing is, iPhone 10, that motherfucker out.
Yeah.
That shit look good. Like it looked like a nice piece of chocolate. Like you see for the first time, you're like, damn, I want a bite of that. I mean, these devices, it's like, at what point does a screen become a tool? I feel like we're at a point where people are starting to utilize them as tools, but at the same time, we're split. We're split between those who actually consume information and there's those who produce information. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, there's gonna be a lot.
No, I totally get that.
There's gonna be a lot of individuals who are just consuming, and they're not contributing anything to it. And I think that's what we're in right now. Is that there's more people consuming it, so therefore they need less people actually producing stuff, because at the end of the day, they only need
For sure.
to feed
It's dying.
the most.
It's dying.
So
Yep.
I just feel like,
I don't know. We live in a crazy time. Like, watching you just pick up your phone like it's something that's normal.
Yeah, because I had a question in here. I just feel like everyone's interconnected with their devices, but at the same time,
It's actually dividing
where we
us.
split where
It's actually dividing us.
I feel like it's dividing us. I also feel like media consumes our thoughts.
For sure.
I feel like too many people, and it's like you said, how can people get to this level of conversation?
Yeah.
How can people actually get here when the media that's actually put out there is not anything positive, anything to actually grow from? You know, it's not like seeds in the dirt ready to sprout some thoughts.
I don't know. I think
I think media just consumes our thoughts and breaks our thoughts and eliminates our train of thought.
But that's what I'm saying. We have to find ways to effectively then use the tool that is causing harm to create good. Like the fact that we do spend so much time on Netflix. Why aren't we seeing more awesome shit on Netflix that actually makes you think?
Garbage.
You know, that's what I'm saying.
It's just too much. Like they're becoming the companies they sought to change.
Right. Yep. It's just, I think it's
they're
just
just
part
doing
of
it
the
differently.
game.
They're just saying, "Hey, consume it in your mobile device instead of consuming it on your TV." Actually, wait, go on your TV.
I mean, and don't get me wrong. There's some awesome stuff like the Netflix documentary.
Yeah, there's a lot. I think there's a lot of great content on there. I think there's just too much. I think they opened it's like when China opened the doors to allow people to come in.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's just too much shit that actually got in.
That's a good point.
They allow too many directors to come in.
I was going to say, too many. It's really too many ideas because then you open it for, well, what about our children? Well, they need a platform to watch stuff off of, and then they started to look at it from a consumerism point and saying, how much can we pull people in from every aspect? Which I guess inclusion is good, but you also still want to be distinct. I think if you have a company,
inclusion has to happen genuinely.
Yep.
You can't have inclusion just be forced.
Yep.
I need to just hire this person because it fits a quota, fits
into
the mix.
We need to screen all children's stuff because it meets the quota of making sure people, don't get me wrong, kids do need a platform to watch their stuff, but like think about how much different Netflix could have been.
On YouTube and consume all that information, and then they can graduate to like other things.
Think about how different Netflix could be if it was tailored to like an actual storytelling machine.